Hello everyone, welcome to Genius channel. We are going to see some previous year MBA Maths questions. See the question number 67. Question number 67. Let P and Q be the position vectors of the points P and Q respectively. With respect to origin O, the points R and S divide PQ internally and externally respectively in the ratio 2:3. If OR and OS are perpendiculars, then which one of the following is correct? Let P and Q be the position vectors of the points P and Q respectively with respect to origin O. The points R and S divide PQ internally and externally, respectively in the ratio 2:3. If OR and OS are perpendicular, then which one of the following is correct? Please try, all of you. So, a little bit lengthy question, but easy. See, listen. We have 2 points, isn't it? P and Q. Then position vector means that is with respect to origin. Now, there are 2 points R and S. R and S. R divides this internally in the ratio 2:3. S divides this externally in the ratio 2:3. Okay. Then you have to see, they are saying that OR and OS are perpendicular. OR and OS are perpendicular. Then which is the correct statement? That is what you have to find out. So you apply the section formula. Apply the section formula. How can we apply? 2Q, if it is internally, it will become 2Q plus 3P divided by 2 plus 3, that is 5. Isn't it? If it is externally, you can write, just write the subtracted version. That is 2Q minus 3P divided by 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. Or this can be written as 3P minus 2Q. Isn't it? So this is how, this is when it divides internally. Okay. So internally they have given internally the point that divides internally is R, isn't it? They have given like that. So we can write this point as OR vector, this point as OS vector, because that divides externally. Isn't it? Remember section formula. Mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. When it divides internally, mx2 minus nx1 by m minus 1 n when it divides externally. Okay. So here they have given the point that divides internally is R. So OR here, externally they have given S. So it is OS here. Now they are saying that two vectors, these OR and OS are perpendicular. So if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product will be 0, isn't it? Their dot product will be 0. So do the dot product of these two vectors. 2Q plus 3P by 5 dot 3P minus 2Q. That is equal to 0. Now apply the dot product. So dot product means 3 into 3, 9 minus 9 minus 2 into 2, 4, isn't it? 2 into minus 2, that is minus 4. That is equal to. So here, just take P and Q when you take the dot product. So here, see, we are having variables. So you have to just open the brackets. Just open the brackets to do the dot product. So 5 you've taken to this side means it will become 0. So just open the brackets. You will get 6P dot Q plus minus 4Q square plus 9P square minus 6 P dot Q, isn't it? That is equal to 0. Now plus 6 PQ and minus PQ will go. You will get 9 P square is equal to 4 Q square. 9 P square is equal to 4 Q square. 9 P square is equal to 4 Q square. So which is the correct option? 9 P square is equal to 4 Q square. Option A. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. So only we have applied the section formula here. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number 68. What is the moment about the point I plus 2j minus k cap of a force represented by 3i plus k acting through the point 2i minus j plus 3k? You have to find the moment about the point of a force. Okay. Moment about the point. Moment about the point I plus 2j minus k cap of the force represented by this one acting through the point 2i minus j plus 3k. So listen, here f is given as 3i plus k cap. Now moment about the point acting through this. Moment about the point acting through this. So can we find out the position vector r? R vector as final point, final vector minus initial vector. So it is 2i minus j plus 3k minus I plus 2j minus k. So do this. So that is 2 minus 1, 1. Minus j minus 2 minus 3j. 1i minus 3j. 3 minus k, that is plus 4k. So our vector will get like this. Okay. Then you are given with force, and we got the perpendicular vector. Okay. So how to find the moment? Moment tau is equal to r cross f, isn't it? R cross f. So we have r vector and we have f vector. How to do cross product? Cross product means r cross f, isn't it? Cross product means take the determinant. So r you are having 1 minus 3, 4. 1 minus 3, 4. Then if you are having 3, 0, 1. 3, 0, 1, isn't it? 3, there is no j, so 3, 0, 1. So do this. So tau you will get as, just take the cross product. Take the cross product. That is, remove the first column, remove the first row. That will be minus 3 minus 0. So minus 3 I cap. Then remove this. So 1 minus 12, that is minus 11. Minus 11 j cap. And that minus and this minus will go as positive there, isn't it? Plus, remove this. So 0 minus 9. So that is 9 k cap. So what is the answer? Minus 3i plus 11j plus 9k. Minus 3i plus 11j plus 9k, option A. Okay, so this is a little bit tough question since we are having a formula from physics. That is the formula for finding out moment about the point. Moment that is actually tau. Okay, that is r cross f. So you have to understand what is r. Then only you will be able to do this. Okay. So please copy down this. Very rarely they are asking such kind of questions combining maths as well as physics. But mark this question as some important, not important, with some sign like this so that you can revise before going for the exam. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Question number 69. If vector A plus 2B plus 3C is equal to 0 and A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A is equal to lambda into B cross C, find the value of lambda. Try all of you. They have given A plus 2B plus 3C equal to 0. Okay. So listen here. We have A plus 2B plus 3C equal to 0. So I'm going to take this 3C to the other side. This will become minus 3C. A plus 2B minus 3C equal to minus 3C. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides, or I'm going to take cross B on both sides. I'm doing cross B on both sides. If you are doing same operation on both sides, it is fine, isn't it? So cross B I'm doing on both sides. So this will become A cross B plus 2 into B cross B, that is equal to minus 3 into C cross B. So C cross B, if I want, I can write it as B cross C, putting a negative sign, isn't it? C cross B can be written as B cross C if I put a negative sign. Okay, so this will become positive 3. So listen, A cross B plus what is B cross B? BB sine theta. So at sine 0, that is 0. So this term will become 0. So this will become 3 into B cross C. This much is okay. So here we can stop here. That is A cross B is equal to 3 into B cross C. Because I need A cross B here. Okay. Okay. So now listen, from the same equation, same question equation, we can take as 3C vector is equal to 3C vector plus, that means I'm keeping this 3C and A on the same side. So 3C vector plus A is equal to minus 2B vector, isn't it? Okay. Now listen, here what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides with cross A. Both sides with cross A. Then what I'll get, 3C cross A plus A cross A is equal to minus 2B cross A. Minus 2B cross A, which can be written as 2A cross B. Because if I'm taking B cross A as A cross B, then negative sign will go. Okay. So this will become 3C cross A. Then A cross A will become 0, isn't it? Is equal to 2 into A cross B. 2 into A cross B. Is it fine? Understood? Now listen. A cross B I have already written as 3 into B cross C. See here. A cross B I have already written as 3 into B cross C. So can I write this as A cross B as 3 into B cross C? So 3 into 2, 6. So this will become 6 into B cross C. Understand? B cross C I am writing as, see, A cross B I am writing as B cross C. 3 into B cross C. So that 3 into 2, this will become C. So 3 C cross A vector is equal to 6 B cross C. This much is clear? Now listen. C cross A is equal to 2 into B cross C. C cross A is equal to, C cross A is equal to what? 2 into B cross C. C cross A is equal to 2 into B cross C. Now, what I can do is, I can just substitute in this question so that I'll get the value. Okay. So I'm going to substitute one by one. First is A cross B. A cross B I got as 3 into B cross C. Then next is B cross C. B cross C I'm keeping like that because I need B cross C here also. So I keep B cross C as such as. Then C cross A. What is C cross A? C cross A I got as 2 into B cross C. 2 into B cross C. So that is 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into B cross C. 6 into B cross C. What is lambda? Lambda is 6. Lambda is 6. Understood? I want A cross B here, B cross C here, C cross A. So what I did, I expressed A cross B in terms of B cross C, expressed C cross A in terms of B cross C. Then I substituted here, I got lambda as 6. That is option D, 6. Option D, 6 is the correct answer. 6 is the correct answer. Okay, so this is a typical question. Means here I have to multiply B cross here. That is an additional thing you are doing. Then A cross you are multiplying this, that is an additional thing. So additionally some few things you are doing, so that you have to note. Okay. Next, go to the question number 70. Question number 70. If the vectors K and A are parallel to each other, then what is K cross A? If A and B are parallel to each other. Okay. Listen, that is very direct, isn't it? If two vectors A and B are parallel, what is A cross B? A cross B is 0. So here K into K cross A. So this K and A are parallel, isn't it? Okay, so K cross A obviously that is 0. So K into K means that is parallel itself, multiplying with a scalar. So K into K cross A, that is also 0. So option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Okay, so answer is option B, 0. So see you in another video with more questions. Thank you everyone.